Welcome back. My name's Kara. Today we're talking about what I learned from completing the Minimalism Challenge, and as a bonus, I'll be giving you a few tips in case you're thinking about completing the challenge for yourself. If you have yet to watch the playlist where I tackle the Minimalism Challenge, you can watch it up here in the card or down below in the description. But just to recap, I started this challenge because I watched the newest minimalism documentary by the Minimalists on Netflix. At the very end of the documentary, they challenge everyone who's watching to declutter every single day throughout the month of January. The rule is that for each day of the month, you would declutter that number of items. So for January 1st, that's 1 item. For January 2nd, 2 items. January 3rd is 3 items, and so on. Unfortunately, I was a little bit late to the party, so I completed this challenge throughout the month of February. Better late than never. At the end of the month, I was astounded to find out that I had decluttered 406 items. Okay, let's get to what I learned from all of this. Number 1, I realized how much stuff I actually own. I think most people really have no idea how much stuff they can accumulate over their lifetime. According to LA Times, there are over 300,000 items in the average American home. After learning this fact, decluttering 406 items in a month seems mediocre at best. And to be honest, I still have a ton of work to do. I really wish I had learned about this challenge before I moved across the country because it would have saved me a huge headache and a lot of money on shipping costs. Number 2. I wasted a lot of money on junk. So I found a ton of items around my house that I had never even used. For example, I found many clothes with tags still on them in my closet. These were mostly from the clearance rack. My idea of fun was going to the mall and just searching all the clearance racks for a good deal. It became a sort of game to me. But completing this challenge helped me realize that that's not a game that I want to keep playing. I can't believe I was just throwing my money away on fast fashion. Clothes that would fall apart with just a few wears had I even decided to wear them. Anyway, since I hadn't used these items, I decided it was time to let them go. This process has taught me to be mindful and intentional with my future purchases. Number 3. Less clutter equals clearer mind. With less stuff subconsciously begging for our attention, we can physically feel the weight being lifted off our shoulders as we get rid of our decluttered items. For example, with less clothes, we have less decisions to make each day. Every time we choose which outfit we're going to wear, we're also choosing not to wear everything else in our closet. And we are constantly making decisions like this all day long, which will eventually lead to something called decision fatigue. When we experience decision fatigue, we are most likely not making great choices. This is because our brains just don't have the strength to make any more decisions at that point in the day. So, with less stuff around us, we'll have less subconscious decisions to make, and therefore a clearer mind. Number 4. With less stuff, we can clean faster and easier. With less stuff, it's much easier to keep our house clean. Like I said, I still have a long way to go, but I can definitely see a difference. With less knickknacks lying around the house, there's less dusting that needs to be done. Plus, it's much easier to find what you're looking for in a decluttered home. Number 5. While decluttering, I found that I had attached a memory to almost every single item I own. I actually feel that I have a pretty bad memory, but every time I picked up an item, it was like the memory would just slap me in the face. The items with good memories attached were obviously much harder to declutter. It made it seem like letting go of that item was letting go of a part of myself. I realized that this was kind of the opposite of what I was supposed to learn during this process, but I think going forward with decluttering, I can just take a photo of something that sparks a good memory and then declutter it so that I can always have that memory every time I see the photo. Number 6. Things do not equal happiness. Our belongings, our stuff, are not responsible for bringing us joy. Loved ones, relationships, experiences, memories, these are the things that truly make our hearts smile. It's only when we find the strength to let our things go that we will find inner peace and happiness. Now that I've talked about what I've learned from the Minimalism Challenge, let me give you some tips so that you can be successful. Number 1, don't get overwhelmed. If you're anything like me, looking around your house can be quite intimidating, but it may help to remember that we all have to start somewhere. Whether you want to tackle an overstuffed closet or a junk drawer that won't close, just pick one area and focus on that. Before you know it, you'll have decluttered your whole junk drawer or even your whole closet, and this will build the momentum for more decluttering. Number 2, try to find your decluttered items a new home before throwing them in the trash. When you declutter an item and you think someone in your life might find use from it, ask them if they want it. I actually went through all of my decluttered items with my best friend on a video call, and she was willing to take most of the items off my hands. Alternatively, if you're looking for a little bit of extra cash, you could try selling your items. There are places like ThreadUp and Plato's Closet, as well as Mercari and Poshmark, or you could even try the Facebook Marketplace. It's great to give your decluttered items a second life so that they can continue to be enjoyed by someone else. Number 3, when you declutter an item, get it out of your house right away. This was a big one for me. Since I was filming myself throughout the whole challenge, I thought it would be fun to get a shot of all my decluttered stuff together at the end of the month. But this backfired on me. I found myself wanting to go into my decluttered clothes and put them on. And this actually makes me feel horrible, but there were a few decluttered clothing items that I decided to keep in the end. But I'm learning from my mistakes, and I'm taking my own advice for when I declutter in the future. Anyway, if you're serious about decluttering your life, just get your items out as soon as you decide to declutter. Number 4, just build the habit of decluttering. I have been reading the book Atomic Habits by James Clear. If you have not read this book yet, you are missing out. It is filled with so much information that will change your life. Anyway, in the book, we learn about something called the 2-minute rule. The rule says that when learning a habit, you should first start by making it easy. That is, start by only doing a maximum of 2 minutes of this habit and build upon that as you become accustomed. To me, the Minimalism Challenge kind of takes this principle to the next level. By not only decluttering every single day, but increasing the number of items that you're decluttering every single day, you're building a habit without even realizing it. I highly, highly recommend completing this challenge. If you're feeling a little bit intimidated, start by decluttering just one item today. I promise you will not want to stop decluttering once you start. What's next for me is I've been looking into the KonMari method, and I'm really interested in trying it. So I'll be documenting my entire process here on my channel. If that's something that you're interested in watching, be sure to subscribe. And if you found any value at all in this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up so more people can see it. Thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Bye.